Explosive new information has come out from Hunter Biden's baby mama, Lunden Roberts. I've broadly stayed out of the Hunter Biden tabloid stuff. I've mentioned, the drugs and the sex and everything, obviously because he's being tried for that right now. But I haven't tried to get too in the weeds on it because it's gross and I don't really want to look at it. And it seems ugly to gossip about. But some of it has real political implications. For instance, Hunter Biden impregnates a stripper during a period where he's smoking crack all the time. And this stripper gets pregnant, and she finds out she's pregnant. She's telling Hunter Biden. And then stuff starts getting really weird.
I had 2 cell phones, which is also, I still do to this day, but I had 2 cell phones at the time because my Arkansas phone had a cellular data that didn't pick up at the place that I was living in DC. So I got I got Sprint and AT&T to even out the data and everyone could reach me. But that night, they both at the same time crashed in front of me and my friends. A lot of stuff is gone from my iCloud, had it not been backed up or whatever, but just about everything with Hunter was gone.
So what do you think happened there?
That is still up in the air. That's something that I can't explain. I don't know exactly what happened.
I don't know exactly what happened. You could say, well, maybe it was AT&T. Well, hold on. She said she had 2 cell phones with different service because there was different coverage in her hometown and in DC. Well, maybe it was an iPhone problem. Yeah, maybe. She had it was 2 different phones though. Yeah, sure. An iPhone can glitch out every now and again. What are the odds that 2 iPhones or Android or whatever phone she has would glitch out at exactly the same time? And what are the odds that would happen just coincidentally, when she gets the information that she's pregnant with the illegitimate child of the son of the vice president? What are the odds? What are the odds? Well, now you might say, Michael, you sound like a conspiracy theorist. You don't have any proof that Biden and the liberals would do this. You're right. I guess I don't have any hard proof. But if you're asking me, is this really possible? Would the government really do this? Would the ruling liberal class really do this? They're trying to imprison the Republican nominee. They are right now actively trying to imprison the former president and current leader of the opposition, who, according to polls, is slated to beat the current president in November. And they're trying to throw him in prison 4 different ways at the same time. Yeah, I think they would do this, Nan. I know maybe 20 years ago they wouldn't have done this, maybe 30 years ago. We are living in a different political climate than then. We were living in a different political order than then. The right seems poised for major victories. This is borne out in actual elections that are taking place all over the West. And at the same time, a ton of right-wing media companies get attacked and face collapse or bankruptcy because of political pressure driven by defamation lawsuits from the left and federal investigations. That happens at exactly the same time. Is it possible that it's some mere coincidence? Yeah, I guess that's possible. But guys, they're trying to throw the Republican nominee in prison. There is nothing they won't do. The rational, I think, humble and modest conclusion to come to when we see these sorts of things happening is, yeah, duh, of course they would do it. The only question is, do they actually have the wherewithal? Did they actually get their act together enough to do it? In this case, seems pretty persuasive. What is the solution here? Is the solution to all these deep state shenanigans for the conservatives to get in there and then wield the deep state to our advantage? That is what the momentary White House communications director, Anthony Scaramucci, who reigned over White House communications for precisely 11 days, this is what he's suggesting on CNN.
He's saying he doesn't want revenge. Revenge is success. And at the other side of his mouth, he's letting people know, hey, I can't wait to get this job because I'm going to seek retribution through the justice system. He's also told friends of mine that have defended him in court, defense attorneys, that he wants to use the FBI as the Gestapo. He probably doesn't know what that means, but he has said that.
Trump's going to use the FBI as his Gestapo if he gets elected. No, he won't. Probably some people would like him to do that, but he won't. He won't do that. How do we know he won't do that? Because he's been president before. And what did he do? He said, we're going to lock her up. We're going to lock her up, lock her up. That was one of the big chants of the 2016 race. Second only to build the wall, build the wall. And during a debate with Clinton, Clinton said, I don't want to live in an America where Trump is president. He said, yeah, because you'd be in jail. It was a great zinger. But then he didn't prosecute her. And of course, he wasn't going to be the one to break the 230 some odd years of American tradition where we don't prosecute our political enemies, at least at the top of politics. But it means he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it for that reason. And the even deeper reason that Trump is not going to use the FBI as his Gestapo is because it is not possible to do that if you're a Republican, because the institutions themselves are liberal. That's the problem. That's why the libs get to wield the deep state, the administrative agencies, pretty effectively. Obama did a very good job wielding the administrative agencies, not only to advance his agenda, but also to persecute his opponents. You think about the Lois Lerner IRS scandal under Barack Obama, where he used the IRS to go after his enemies through the tax law. The conservatives aren't quite as able to do that because the institutions themselves are liberal. Even if Trump marched down to the FBI, he just saunters into Quantico, day 2 of his presidency, and he says, hey, you need to go after my enemies. They just wouldn't do it. And guess what? The career bureaucrats, not just at the FBI, but throughout the administrative agencies, they're going to be there a lot longer than Trump is. Trump is term limited, 1 term. Even if you're there for 2 terms, it doesn't matter. The career people are going to outlast the elected people. It's just not going to happen. Now, Anthony Scaramucci is not exactly known for the top tier of political analysis in the world, but it's just preposterous. Oh yeah, Trump's going to use the FBI as a Gestapo. Yeah, as if he could. He doesn't want to, but as if he could. He couldn't actually do it, even if he did. That's just not how the institutions are set up. That was a great clip. Now, hold up, ring the bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel, the one and only official Michael Knowles YouTube channel, where you get all the cool official content. We'll see you next time.